Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know how to start a video. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I only know how to podcast. But we're going to check the tape a little different this year. We're going to go clip by clip, and I'm going to talk, and it's going to be a video. So here we go. We're just going to watch Nick Fedonzo. You're not going to watch the ball. You're just going to watch Fedonzo. So here he is right here. Okay? You know, he's the spy for any little dink or dunk kick that's going to be like here or something. As soon as it's kicked deep, he goes back to set up a block. Watch him. Only watch him. That block holds it enough. Finding goes through 20 more yards. Let's go back. Okay. Setting up right about the 26. There's the block right here. That's the entire thing. I mean, this is a good block. This guy ducked inside, opening the lane. This guy's too far out. There's other mistakes. But 20 more yards because of that right there. Boop. Straight on through. 20 yards. You want to make a difference on special teams? Make a block like that. So we're going to jump ahead here. This is the... basically jumped ahead one play. This is the touchdown. It's very interesting that in a Monday press conference, Brett Bielema mentioned that this was the only play where Tommy DeVito was hit. And basically happened because of that guy who just ran on the field. So here's the touchdown. Got him wide open. Beat the linebacker. But I want to just notice something here. So see the guy going off the field there? So this other guy comes on. Right now they've got 10 guys on the field, so they got to rush a defensive lineman on. But if you've noticed there, we'll just drag back a little bit. So, watch Isaiah Adams and Julian Pearl. As the line approaches, they're always talking of who's this and what's the formation and what's the play call and who's got what and what's the key and all this stuff. So they talk and they do that, and then this guy shows up. It's actually a pretty good play. Maybe use it as a trick play or something. So now this guy's coming and Pearl has to take him. This guy just came on the field, and so Isaiah Adams is like, "Oh, I got a guy across my face now," and so that's going to let this guy come in untouched, basically because this guy came on and they couldn't get their, they'd have to communicate with the center that if this guy comes, he's got to take him. Center's got, because this guy comes on late, they get this guy, watch him. Just basically untouched to DeVito, who makes a great play for the touchdown. So here it is. Part the Red Seas. He goes straight through, gets to DeVito, but still gets the throw off for the touchdown. So really, kind of a fluky thing. They would have had it picked up likely, especially with a blitzer coming. And just because this guy came on late, that's the one time all day Tommy DeVito went down to the ground. So that's really good job by the offensive line in pass protection on this day. Went through 40 passes, I think. 40 passes, and 40 passes and only one time a quarterback was hit. That's really good. Good. We're going to jump ahead to middle first quarter. So this is it's right after Chase Brown picked up the first down, fumbled, ground caused the fumble. They reviewed. There's our get back coach. I think that's strength coach Nick Ellicone. So here's what this is a play that comes back because of the penalty. Penalties on Jonah Morris. We'll get to that. We're gonna watch Isaiah Williams right here. I wish this play counted because then it would be on all the highlights. We'll just watch the play first. Yep. No, these 5 guys will tackle him. No, they won't. Yep. No, that guy will. No, he won't. Nope. I mean, we're going to see a lot of that from him this year. Unfortunately, it comes back for a penalty. I hate this penalty so much. It's the blindside block penalty. I don't even... I don't even know what to say. Like, I mean, I'm not even usually the this is football guy. I mean, I'm not even the guy who's like, let safeties spear people. This is too soft. I understand the safety things that have been put into football, and I understand the blindside block. This I hate. Okay, they'll show it right here. This is the blindside block. I mean, that's just a block, right? I mean, come on. It's not a. Here's the thing I hate about this so much. Let's go back here. So, okay, you can see it right there. So there's Jonah Morris. He's going to make the block right here. Watch for the flag. Still no flag. Still no flag. Still no flag. Still no flag. Oh, there's the flag. I mean, come on. It's just... It's almost like they threw the flag. You know, he's going to be tackled in the backfield, and then he scored it out. I was like, oh, well, then I better call that. I mean, let's look at the game clock. Okay, so the block happens at 32. Flag comes in at 25. Come on. I mean, that's just... I'm going to move ahead. I mean, it's just so... Look, his job is to block him. The fact that he's... I mean, that's the blind side is when you run across the field and somebody tees you up. That's just so bad. Yeah, I just can't handle it. We're going to keep going because I want to talk about this this next play. So we'll just watch the play first. Flip to Chase Brown. Great play. Pretty good tackle. And I actually want to talk about that tackle by number 90 there. So let me drag it back. Pause. 90's right here. Okay. This is why coaches are constantly on defensive linemen to, pursue a play downfield, like turn and run, because you never know, kind of thing. And 2, this is why offensive linemen are taught, hey, if you can get a chip on a guy, even if it's 5 seconds after the play started, do it. So this is the guy who's going to make the tackle. If he doesn't pursue it downfield, it's probably a touchdown. So just watch this guy. See him right here, number 90. Just don't watch the ball. You're going to be used to it. Like even when the ball is snapped and I click play, you're going to be like, oh, who has the ball? Just watch that guy. Okay? Pushed over, pursues, makes the tackle. Maybe 28 gets there, I don't know, but makes the tackle. So, here's the thing. Unfortunately, Palcho loses his feet. You can see him right here. If Palcho doesn't, so let's just watch Palcho here. If he doesn't, he gets this block on that linebacker, goes down. If he just gets one chip on that guy, that's football. That's a touchdown. So he's on the ground. If he doesn't get spun around and go to the ground right there, he can probably get at least just one little shoulder on number 90 there, right there, and then he's not here for that tackle. And Chase has everybody else beat. That, to me, is football. Like, that when coaches watch film, it's these little things. Here's 90, turns, runs upfield. You get him come into the scene there, come onto the screen, and make the play. Now, this play is second quarter. This is when I tweeted, I think I tweeted Quan's going to play in the NFL someday. Like, Quan will play in the NFL. So this is actually, you know what? Let me pause this here. So this, if you read the preview, this is what I was calling 5-1-5. Like a 5-1-5 defense. So you have 4 defensive linemen. There's three defensive linemen, 3 linebackers here, 2 outside linebackers. But the way I view it, if the typical outside linebackers, your Owen Carney and your Isaiah Gay were more or less the defensive ends last year. I was calling that 5 defensive linemen. Well, this is the what I call overhang. It's probably not even the right term, but instead of having two middle linebackers here, Dark Angelo's in the middle, and Calvin Hart comes up, and he's the outside linebacker. So, you know, instead of having both a Carney and a Gay, if you're using last year's terms, this time you just have Ezekiel Holmes, and then the other outside linebacker is Calvin Hart. So I'm calling it 5-1, and then 5 defensive backs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Kendall Smith is the free safety. Quan is the star. As we've talked about, Sid will come forward and almost be a second linebacker. Here they have both wide receivers here, so we've moved the corner. Both Spoon. Can't tell if that's Taz. Both corners are on one side of the field just based on Wyoming's formation. But that's what I call 5-1-5. 5 guys here. You take that. You normally have 2 middle linebackers or 2 inside linebackers. This guy's overhanging the edge as an outside linebacker, Calvin Hart. So 5, 1, and then 5. So Quan here. They start over here. Spoon comes over because both receivers are there. Wyoming puts 2 tight ends in motion. So that moves both Sid and Quan to the opposite side of the middle linebacker. So Quan is starting this play from right here. Okay? Might have tight end responsibilities, might have run. Defense doesn't know what the offense is going to do. So we're just going to watch Quan here. Again, we're not going to watch the ball. Just watch Quan make his reads and then make the tackle. I'll just let it play out. Reads it, gets to the edge, makes the tackle, squares him up, walks him over here. The reason I wrote that about, okay, so my seats, so I'm in the stands now. I think we've talked about this. I'll write about it more, but I have 2 seats in the stand, so I can go down there when I don't want to be in the press box or when I just want to be out there watching a game and clapping or whatever. So my seats are over in this end zone back over here. So I'm looking at this play from this angle. My view is across this. And from that angle to watch Quan just, stay to the edge, read the play, got to clean up. He knows it's a running play. This tight end is supposed to be coming to get him, can't get to him. So to come through clean is one thing, but then to square the guy up, to get to that edge and square up the tailback is not easy. I don't know really how to say it. Like this looks like an easy play, right? Run around to the edge and tackle the guy. I came around and I tackled him, but it's not that easy to deliver a direct hit. He pops outside, squares the hips, drives into him, gives him a little toss at the end. It's not that simple. Like this is solid football. This is a racer football where you've got a guy who can clean up anything. Tries to duck it in. Here comes Quan into the picture. Stays to the edge. Gets him fully wrapped up so there's no question. That is so good. The speed to get across there, body control to stay squared up. You can see the arms out here. The tailback's going to try for the stiff arm kind of thing. There comes the stiff arm attempt. And, just squares him straight up. Look at that. There's no escaping that tackle. Plays over. That's so good. That's so good. Come to the edge. Quan bounces around. Squares. Drives him. Looks easy. It's not easy. We've seen so many people dive for ankles there. We've seen so many people try to wrap the guy instead of deliver a squared hip blow. It's not easy. And, Quan is just, gosh, I'm very excited about Quan season if you haven't been able to tell yet. So this is first play of the second half. I want to talk about linebacker play here because that was one of the concerns for this game. So we'll start just watching the, just let you watch the play of how it developed. That way you can remember it, and then we'll go back and maybe look at what went wrong. Very first play, 15 minutes on the clock. So opening kick in the second half, and this is Wyoming's first play, and they get a nice 25-yard run. Let's go back here. What we're going to key on here is Isaac Darkangelo right in the middle. I'm not trying to pick on the Dark Angel. I'm just going to make a point about football here. We're just going to watch him again. Let's not let our eyes go back to the ball. Let's just watch Darkangelo here. And he's going to do one slight hesitation. He's going to drift. Here's a snap, drift, hesitate there, and there's the hole. So, this whole thing is right. So he squares up, and again, linebackers are keen on, is there a cutback? What's your gap? Calvin Avery got driven kind of into him there, so it makes it a little difficult when Avery's going backwards, and now it's not as clean. But right there, he just squares up. Just a very subtle, plants his left foot and thinks for a second of like, is he cutting back? And that's enough to get through right there. I'm going to keep saying that is football. Maybe I should name this first one that is football. But, the little moments of that right there is 5 yards turns into 25. Because of one step, right, shuffle, plant, and that's it. So we'll watch it full speed here. Shuffle, pause for a second, and that's that. There is football. Now, let's keep it playing here. Wonder who cleaned up that play. Oh, is it the guy who cleaned up every play? Watch Quan here, okay? Circles the ref. Now watch this speed. God bless. I'm ready to call it a second round draft pick. I'll just let it play at full speed again. Watch him. He has to circle the umpire, and then has to get there to clean it up, and cleans it up. That is. Yeah. Look where he is compared to the guy in the hole. Look at the distance there. Look, they're both about the same yard line right there. So the Quan's got to turn and burst and throw it into the ground. Good Lord. Can I submit this somewhere for play of the week? The reason I was going on and on and on about Quan in the post game with stuff like this all day, just an eraser. You guys made a mistake. All right, I'll keep it from being too crazy. That quarterback bootleg, he did this. But just look at that. Boop. I'm gonna make that my screensaver right there. Oh my gosh, that's so good. Yep, full speed, get him down, toss him. Quan, let's go be second team All-American. So this is fourth quarter. This is the Hank Beatty catch. So everybody's looking at the sideline here. Signals are coming in from 3 guys on the sideline. Before we watch the Beatty catch, I just want to point this out. I've mentioned it before. In fact, I think I mentioned it in the post-game spaces. 3 guys are calling plays on the sideline. Let me pause it when they show them here. So this guy in green, this guy in red, and this guy in blue. This thing comes up to hide there so that the people in the coaches, the Wyoming coaches up in the press box aren't, binoculared in on them or sometimes those screens are held up of like everybody look for the screen and the coaches. Teams do it differently. I'm assuming that it's, the guy wearing green gives a signal for the quarterbacks or the backfield people. The receivers and tight ends get it from the guy in red, and the linemen get their call from the guy in blue. And they wear different colors so you can see who it is, and you can easily find your guy and get the signal. Sometimes they'll switch them up. Sometimes they think people are stealing. Sometimes one of them's a dummy and two are the real play. Sometimes, different teams do it different ways. Sometimes there's just one play call. One of the three guys is calling it. Everybody knows it's green, but nobody on the other sideline knows it's the guy in green. So there's many different ways to do it. Not sure exactly. I made fun of Rutgers last year when they did it. I believe the joke I've always made is it's the Wiggles. Okay, let's talk Beatty. They talked about this throw, so low, shoestring. That was a really, really good catch. I mean, the coaches have talked about that a lot this week. Let's just go back and, the impressive thing to me is keeping the stride. So many people right here would just kind of, when the ball is here, they're just kind of trying to like get down, scoop it, and dive, and he stays on his feet. So here, a little mesh here, a little scrapey pick, sometimes these will be a pick play if the guy's trying to go shallow or whatever. But, look at that. To do that and then keep going is really impressive. To be right there and then just kind of scoop it up with your hands and go, really impressive. I'll just play the whole thing again. Reach down, swoop, and keep going. Really, really, really good. Great hands. Brett Bielema the other day was saying, hey, might have the best hands of any freshman I've coached. And that's, again, more encouraging things for the future. This last one here is right after that. And just want to, I love parents at games, and I love being able to hear parents at games. So I'm going to turn the sound on here. Okay, so here's the first one. Listen real close when Reggie Love gets the ball.
This is the first carry of the game for Reggie Love. And Love,
I have been to enough college and high school football games to know that is a mother very excited for her son. Maybe grandmother. But you can hear it on every play where Reggie Love touches the ball, and I love it so much.
For the starter, Tommy DeVito, 27 completions to 11 different receivers today.
Barry Lenny talked about this idea of getting the receivers incorporated. It felt like there were a
lot
of
guys
ball
who again.
could play. DeVito's now getting
close.
comfortable with all.
Barry Lenny, first season as the offensive coordinator here. There were some shaky spots late first quarter, second quarter, but last season they had that high-powered offense, 11th best in the country.
Okay, Jonah Morris gets it. Listen.
And here,
no screen,
popping it in front to Jonah Morris, and Morris does the rest and picks up enough for the first down.
A lot of receivers that you can roll into the game plan.
Okay, now this is the touchdown. Listen.
Today.
Listen.
A lot of different guys have touched the football here for Illinois. And Reggie Love now doing his thing. Nice little cut. He's going to say he wasn't down. I don't know that they ever ruled him down. And at least for the moment, it's a touchdown for Reggie Love III.
That is a heads-up play for a young running back. You don't hear a whistle, so you got to continue to play. Not sure.
I love that
if he
so
was out
much.
Of bounds, we'll be able to check the replay on
again,
this
I don't
one,
know, Mom. I don't know. Grandmother. I don't know who it is,
right
but
here.
it is someone who loves
He's nearing
Reggie
in
Love.
on that sideline.
And I love it.
Don't know if that elbow.
So that is all for the first check the tape. I'm going to get a lot better at this. I had microphone issues. I had video editing issues. This will improve. This is just the first one. But I want you to notice something here. See the wiggles there? See the wiggle in blue? Mr. Max Rosenthal. That's right. Max Rosenthal, one of the wiggles. We'll see you next week.